Hey guys, what's up? Thanks for tuning in today. In today's video, I thought I would take this opportunity and share with you guys some of the baits that I'm going to be throwing this year, all targeting the smallmouth bass. For any of you who have been following and watching my channel, know that that's 90% of the time, 95% of the time what I target. But I have a bunch of different lures here, some that I've used before, some that I haven't used before. I made a trip into Cabela's the other day and picked up a few things, and like I was saying the other day, guys, I've not been able to fish as much as I want to with this broke toe, but I do want it to heal, so I'm kind of taking it easy and being very careful with it, because the last thing I want to do is re-injure it. So I hobbled into Cabela's the other day and just went in there and was looking at some lures. I did pick up a few things. Anybody that's ever been in a Cabela's or a Bass Pro Shops knows what I'm talking about. There's just an overwhelming amount of lures, but I did pick up a few things. And as a matter of fact, guys, I made a trip over to the A&E Bass Barn in Whitesville in Boone County. And for those of you that have never been over there, guys, that is a heck of a bait shop. I never knew that place existed, but I was told about it and I went over there, and that place is loaded with lures. And I did pick up some. If you guys are ever in that area, it's right on Route 3 in Whitesville, and the name of the business is A&E Bass Barn, guys, and they are loaded with some lures. But before we get into the video, let me thank each and every one of you who has hit that subscribe button. This channel has grown a lot here recently, even though we're going through the slow winter season, but that is all about to change. So we'll be bringing you some more content. Spring's coming up. But for now, guys, let's get into some of these baits. And if you guys have any suggestions that what might work here in West Virginia in the rivers that I fish, I would welcome comments, guys. I appreciate all the feedback. And without further ado, let's get into some of these lures, and we'll see what I'm talking about here. I have got a bunch of swim baits here, some that I've never tried before. I'm going to get these out, and we will go over these. We'll just go with the swim baits here first. Let's just empty this package. I picked up some of this stuff over at Cabela's. Let's start with these swim baits, guys. If you've watched any of my videos last year, I didn't even really start throwing swim baits till last year, and the smallmouth in my neck of the woods absolutely tear them up. Now, I've got some Divine swim baits here from 6 cents. These are the Pro Shad 3.2 color, 3.2 inch Pro Shad color. If you can see that right there, I think that'll be the perfect size. I have never thrown the Divine swim baits, but I think they will be killer for these smallmouth. And here is a 3.8 inch Pro Shad. Kind of check that out. I can't wait to throw these. I don't know how durable the plastic is. I've never thrown any 6 cents products, but we are this year. We're going to see how they do. And here's even one more Divine swim bait. This is a different color. This is the Ghost Ice Minnow 3.2 inch. I think that right there is going to be perfect for these river smallmouth. We'll see. But anyway, right there is some 6 cents Divine swim baits. Guys, I've been throwing these right here. These 3.3 inch Rainbow Shad Kitex. These were killer last year. If you can check that out. The Rainbow Shad in the 3.3 inch. And I have thrown the 3.8. Either one works well. These are killer lures. They are not the most durable lures, but they will catch fish, and they have some incredible action. And let's just see if we've got any more swim baits. While we're talking about swim baits, I do believe we have some more in here, and we do, guys, right here. I'm telling you what, I mean, I've never tried these right here, but just check these out. The 3.3 inch Pink Magic Kitex swim bait. Sometimes, guys, those pink colors are hard to beat. I can't wait to try this. 3.3 inch Kitex Pink Magic. Right here, another 3.3 inch. This is the Pro Blue Shiner from Kitex. And guys, the reason I say they are not the most durable, the fish will bite the tails off these. Sometimes you can catch 4 or 5 fish on them before you have to change baits, and sometimes just one good bite of the tail and it's gone. So just pick you up Carry a few packs, you will catch fish on them, that I guarantee. And if you don't believe me, check some of my videos out last year. Let's see what we can get into next here. All right, moving right along, guys. You know I have never fished with a tube, and they say it's one of the best baits you can throw for smallmouth. And you know how I like smallmouth, so I thought I would try some tubes this year. Don't necessarily know how I'm going to rig them, whether it's going to be with a regular tube head or maybe a football head, but I picked up some green pumpkin TRD tubes from Z-Man. Check this out. This is a green pumpkin tube right here. I think that's going to work well. Here is a molting crawl tube by Z-Man. Those are the 2.75 inch tubes. Can't wait to throw those. Might as well talk about Z-Man. Right here we go, guys. I picked up some TRD Crawl Z's, some green pumpkin orange. These are absolutely killer. I done a video, I think it was 2 years ago, and just wore them out on this color right here. Just Ned rigging it. But moving on, let's just start with this bait right here. This is something that I've never thrown. I've seen people catch them on it, and I'm starting to do a lot more topwater fishing, and I think this is going to be killer. We'll see if we can catch a fish on this, but this is the Lunker Hut Phantom Spider, and that is a topwater, guys. You tell me that's not going to catch a smallmouth. I do believe it will, and I can't wait to throw it. Have any of you guys thrown any topwater spiders? If you have, let me know how they've worked for you. I think it'd be great for smallmouth. I went up and also picked up a jackhammer, bladed jig, chatterbait, whatever you want to call it. This is the green pumpkin shad, and I think that's going to be a good bait. Let's maybe stick a good trailer on it, but I think that will be a good color to throw this spring. So I thought I would try it. I've got some of the original chatterbaits, and this is the jackhammer. This is the little bit more pricier lure, but we'll see how it holds up, and we'll see if it catches any fish. And moving on, cover a few little crankbaits here. We'll just go ahead and start with this KVD. This is the Orange Belly Crawl 1.0. I think that's going to be killer. I'm going to start throwing more crankbaits, especially in the spring. I'm going to throw these red and these orange colors, but again, right there is what that one looks like. I cannot wait to use it. Another one. I think this is relatively new. It's this lure's been out, I think, maybe a couple years from Berkeley, and Berkeley is something I haven't thrown much of, but I picked up this Money Badger 4. Real small lure, crankbait. Guys, they say they wear these out on it, and we're going to find out, and this is in the red color. This is the special red crawl color. And we're going to see if it can catch some smallmouth. So that's why I wanted to go ahead and do this. I want to start fishing with these lures, guys. I think that's going to be killer. This dives down to about 4 to 7 feet. And we'll see what happens when we throw that. Moving on, and this is something that actually caught my PB 2 years ago. Actually my heaviest fish. The fish you seen the other day was actually my PB far as length at 21 incher. Almost 4-pounder you seen in the last video. But a couple years ago I caught one. It was 20 inches, but it weighed 5 pounds, 1 ounce. And I caught it on this right here. The F9 Vampire Rapala, guys. You can kind of see it's chrome. You got the red up toward the head, and that is killer in these rivers for smallmouth. And I oftentimes just work it like a crankbait, but I'm going to have to get better at using it. You can even use it as a topwater, but pick you up an F9 Vampire Rapala if you've got smallmouth in your river, and I guarantee you can catch some fish on this. Okay, I'll tell you what, guys, I'm going to go ahead and open this box right here, and this should have all kind of goodies in it, and we'll see once we get into what we have here. There should be some really good stuff in this box. Let's just see what we can find. Well, here is a bag of stuff. Let's just tear into this and see what we got. This is all Z-Man products. You guys know how I'm a big fan of Z-Man. I don't get paid a penny for any of these. These are just some of the best lures that I like throwing. As you can see, I use a multitude of lures not just one kind, and Z-Man is at the top of my list. So let's go through some of the baits I got here. Some of these I've never thrown. They are hard to get in stores, so that's why I had to order these. But let's start with a lizard. A green pumpkin 6-inch lizard by Z-Man. And with this is with that last technology. You check that out. You tell me that's not going to catch a big smallie this spring. And the Z-Man products are so durable, you can't hardly tear them up. So come in a 6-pack. Again, these are 6-inch green pumpkin lizards. Can't wait to try those. I think, yep, I ordered another. These are the black and blue flake 6-inch lizards by Z-Man, the same size, but this is in a different color. Blue, black and blue flake. It's probably be good and stained or a little bit muddier water. Cannot wait to throw the lizards. Something I've just never done. And something I've never done is throw a Streak Z Curly Tail Coconut Ice Glow. I love this pink color, but it's kind of like a grub, and it's a 4-inch, and I think the smallmouth are going to just wear this out. I mean, just look at that. It's almost like a swim bait body. No, it's actually like a grub body. My mistake. But it's got a big old tail, and it's 4 inches long, so that's a good size bait there. Hopefully can entice some big smallies to come out and nail that. We'll see. I'll tell you what, you see me throw the Hog Z's last year, the little small creature bait, the 3-inch. Well, this is the next level. This is the Boar Hogs, and this is the California Crawl color. These are in the 4-inch, so it's a little bit bigger creature bait. I think that is going to absolutely kill the smallmouth. And again, that is the California Crawl. It's kind of a dark color, maybe has some red flake in it. I don't know if you can see it, but I think that's going to be killer. The Hog Z's were killer, and I can imagine those. So can't wait to try those. Here are some top water toads, and that's something that I started to throw last year. I started throwing that Zoom horny toad, and I did catch some fish on it, but the Zoom horny toads, guys, if you throw them out, they're going to sink. Okay, these right here will not sink. These are some of the most buoyant plastic. This is Elastec, and it's even more durable, but this is going to float where the Zoom is going to sink. So I think I can work this better on top. And this is the Goat Toads in the white color. Comes in a 3-pack, and those are 4 inches long, guys. I'm going to use that as a top water. Probably stick a number 5 hook, I think is what they recommend for that. And we're just going to run that and burn that across the top of the water, and we're going to see what happens. I got it in the white, and of course I got it in the black. So I want to have a couple different options there depending on sunny days or more overcast days, but that is the black Goat Toads by Z-Man. Again, 4 inches. They come in a 3-pack. I cannot wait to try those. And let's see what else we got. All right, here is some more swim baits. These are the Minnow Z's. This is called the Bad Shad 3-inch. I think that's going to be killer. I'll just put that on a weighted hook, and you see me last year just wear them out on the swim baits. I've never thrown this Minnow Z. I've been throwing that Diesel Minnow Z. That's a 4-inch, but this is a 3-inch, a little smaller profile. So I think you'll probably even get more bites on this, but I love that color. I'm not sure if you can see it, but that is called the Bad Shad color by Z-Man. All right, we'll just go to, I guess I picked up some PB&J TRD tubes. We discussed the tubes earlier, guys. I've never thrown them, but I can't wait to throw them because everybody says the smallmouth love them. I've watched the videos. I know you can catch smallmouth on them. I just don't know what maybe would be the best size tube to use. This is the 2.75. That is kind of a small tube. If you guys think a bigger tube would work better, let me know. I know they make the 3, 3.5, and probably bigger than that. But this is on the smaller end, again, just 2 3/4 inches. But we will try it out. I know all the TRD crawls and all the Ned rigs are excellent. Now, what I'll do probably to rig some of those baits, I bought some of these chin lock. This is a 1/8 ounce size 3/0 hook, but this will hold a lot of your plastics on there. I've never used the chin locks, but I think these are going to work really well. I'm sure probably some of you have used that, but that is the 1/8 ounce. And guys, that's perfect. I don't go much heavier than that. A lot of times I go 1/10 or maybe a 1/16 ounce on a lot of these weights. And another lure here by Z-Man. And they come out this, I don't know, a year or two ago, the 5-inch Hellraiser. Some of you may have heard of it. But I thought that was just a little too big for my style of fishing here. So this year they come out with the 4-inch Hellraiser. And I said, I'm going to get it. It is a crazy looking lure, but it's basically a topwater chatterbait. This is the 4-inch, and I think it's going to be a perfect size 3/8 ounce in the bone color. But check that out, guys. I've never thrown it, but we're going to throw it this year. That is the Hellraiser by Z-Man in the 4-inch. And this is a 3/8 ounce size. I think that's going to be perfect. I just think the 5 was a little too big, so I'm glad Z-Man come out with the smaller profile, and I cannot wait to throw this. All right, let's just go right ahead here, guys, and tear into some more stuff here. And also, if you've watched my channel, you know I like throwing a lot of Nico Plastics, and that's what we're going to go over right here, because I went ahead and got some, probably my favorite lure. If I had one lure, if they could say, Frank, you can only fish with this one lure, right here is what it would be. The 4.25 inch Nico Hellgrammite, and this is the black Obsidian. 3-pack, guys, you can't beat the durability on a Nico. They are as good as Z-Man or better. You just can't tear them up. You can catch tons of fish on these 3 right here. I used one for forever in the natural color, but I wanted to get these black. These are the black Obsidian. I got 1 pack. Well, yeah, I got 1 pack of black. Now I got a pack of the Mud Bug. So that's just a little off color, and that's another excellent color. That is the Mud Bug, big Hellgrammite. And I used the Mud Bug in the crawl and caught a lot of fish last year. And speaking of crawls, I had to pick me up some more, but I've never used this color. These are the Eclipse Nico Cross 3.2 inch. Check those out. I think that will be killer. Cannot wait to put that on a Texas rig with maybe a 1/8 ounce weight. Because the thing about these bigger plastics, like the crawl and the Hellgrammite, they're so buoyant, you have to have some weight to get them down. They will float. So I cannot wait to try these. These are some killer colors. I even got some magma crawls, some red crawls that I'm going to try. And I think that will be killer too. Even picked up a pack of 3-inch Hellgrammites. And you can kind of see how smaller they are right here. Big difference, guys. If you're going after the little bit bigger bite, right here is what you want to throw. This is what I'm going to be throwing this spring. This is what I caught my PB last year in April. That 20.5 inch, 4 pounds, 15 ounce, 1 ounce shy being 5 pounds. Caught it right here on this Nico Hellgrammite, and I'll be throwing it again. But tons of bites on the 3-inch. Not saying you can't catch a big one on the smaller profile. It's all good. I just wanted to have a couple different sizes to play with there. Okay, is there anything else left? I do believe right behind me here. And this is something I wished I had the other day. You seen the last video. And it was just February the 8th, just the other day. I was out fishing. Didn't have no tape measure, but I did end up hooking into a big fish. So I thought I would get me a board where I could measure some fish. I am sick and done with the tape measure. So even though this might be a little cumbersome and I have to carry it around, here going forward, we're going to get some accurate measurements on these fish, because that last fish, guys, I believe it was over 21 inches. But I can't verify it, because the only thing I could do was lay it down next to my rod, and I measured it once I got back to the truck. And I want to think it was a little better, but again, I can't verify it. I don't even know if I could get a citation for that, but it was a trophy smallmouth. I just wished I would have had this board to lay it on, and we would have got an accurate measurement. But let's let it open it up here and check it out, man. This is something I've wanted for a long time, and that is a catch board. Guys, check that out. It's 26 inches long. It's real light. You can lay the fish right in there. It's better for you. It's better for the fish. You don't have to disrupt their slime coat. Instead of laying them on the ground, you can lay them right in here, and you can get an accurate measurement. Again, a catch board, something I've always wanted. I think this is the perfect size. It's lightweight, and I'll be carrying this because we're going to be measuring some fish this year, and hopefully we can be measuring some more trophies. But anyways, guys, I just wanted to go over some lures. Those are some that I'm going to be throwing this year. If you guys have any suggestions, I know I probably left a lot of lures out. I know I did, but these are just some of what I'm going to be throwing. I'm going to try to do a little bit more crankbait fishing, a little bit more topwater, a little bit more finesse. I lean more toward the finesse style of fishing. That's what I love to do. That's what we'll be doing a lot of this spring. But we'll also be throwing that crankbait, and when the water starts warming up, we'll probably move to topwater. But guys, if you have any suggestions on what you think may work here in the rivers, again, I'm in West Virginia. The water is starting to warm up, and we're off to a good start, guys. I caught that big fish just a few days ago, and hopefully everything heals up on my foot and I can get back to 100%. But I'm glad you guys tuned in for this. Again, if there's any suggestions you may have, hey, shoot me a comment. I appreciate all the comments you guys have given me, a lot of good tips on some of these baits and some of the colors to use. So again, I appreciate it, and I appreciate you guys watching and supporting this channel. And soon we'll be back in the water. But until then, guys, I will catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching.